Hello, my name is David Lopez. I chose Cinderella, Opus 87 by Sergei Prokofiev. Let's go ahead and begin. So, commissioned by the Karov Theatre and written throughout 1940 to 1944 within the USSR, as well first performed in the Bolshoi Theatre in Moscow in 1945. There he is. As well, objectives: what necessarily was neoclassicism composed of, or also what are the musical characteristics of waltzes and why are polyrhythms useful and how can they impact themes? All displayed within this video. There in fact is the Bolshoi Theatre, difficulties of surviving World War II with the German possible invasion, in fact getting pretty close to invasion. There in Moscow itself, within 20 miles, which is where in fact he sort of lived actually. So he was having to be kind of a nomad there throughout that time. As well, having to endure Joseph Stalin, not necessarily a friendly ruler. There is, I believe, Mira. See, he actually started talking to her and he had a wife. And so there's a lot of this is sort of adding to the drama that he felt throughout making this work, especially with abandoning his wife and sons as well during a time of war. In fact, parallels made between him being possibly like the prince, so to say, and Cinderella, in this case, being Mira, sort of a comparatively, a nobody in comparison, I suppose. My apologies. As well, there are neoclassical characteristics, right? So, being set in the 18th century, right, and sort of wanted to go after that same fairy tale idea as like Sleeping Beauty, perhaps, by Tchaikovsky, sought the simplicity and clarity, which sort of, right, those like classical components, hence, right, neoclassical. As well, it's filled with static conventional ballet numbers, which have less of a connection to like dramatic effects and or psychological effects there as well. Toned down, in fact, oppositely, right, of the Romantic period. Musical analysis. So there is a wide range of tonality, I believe, going beyond just the tonic note of C, but also with other notes as well. In fact, also this adding to the disarray, perhaps later um, provided with clarity and structure, hence the classical components again. And then as well, we have the leitmotif, where specific musical phrases, my apologies, are used throughout and modified all to portray themes a bit better. And then as well, these themes, right, being firstly her ordeals, as well, secondly, her pure and pensive nature, and then thirdly, her happy and in love with the prince. Here is a musical piece. The Grand Waltz, number 30 of Act 2. Definitely a waltz. It's just, I do like this song a lot. So I'll leave it there. Wish I could play more, but anyway. As well, there's some more musical analysis here to go through. There is, of course, the focus of a ballet music that you can dance to specifically, right? Different types of dances shown a lot, or possible dances. The music, composition, allowing for that. Some pas de deux, I think, being like a dance between two people, or adagio or gavotte, more of a classical type of dance, again shown, as well as waltzes. In fact, the triple meter throughout this composition to signify that use of waltzes and also a larger ensemble with each music piece, right, each instrument adding to the dansante or dancing themed music, as well as disjoint or disjunct note progressions, sort of like the song previously shown. As well, let's go a bit further here. Let's start with one of the lead motifs, where it's just constantly shown throughout the entirety and modified. And can't play it all, unfortunately, but let's go ahead and continue. Conclusion. Despite being a neoclassical work of art, this composition displays both classical and even some romantic characteristics. Right, a lot of the romantic parts being like the emotion shown for Cinderella, a lot of emotion really in certain particular works. In fact, there's one piece just after this conclusion page that I'll play just as well. One of his most accomplished works, even winning a Stalin Prize first class. I think he won 3 that year, in fact, so this is one of those. And really chose to focus on ballet despite his previous opinions, which apparently he had listened through Sleeping Beauty and didn't like all of those ballet numbers. But let's go ahead and check out this next musical piece. I like the ending the most, to be honest. The ending right of Cinderella, where of course they get to live happily ever after. That's definitely a fairy tale. And here are some of the works cited. So, of course, actually, there was a Prokofiev written autobiography. Uh, that was very interesting to read through. In fact, I think his wife, second wife, even helped throughout that. Also, there is let's see, the biography of him as well. That was very useful. I think Robinson was able to go through that very well. And also some other works here included as well as such or as listed. There are Samuel Claude or Francis Mays. And let's go ahead and go to the next slide. Also, I show here the videos which I used for the presentation. Mostly just all from YouTube. With that being said, thank you.